What's up, sports fam? Happy Tuesday. I'm vibing in Nadia's room today. She can see all the cool artwork on the walls here. How are you? Hope you're doing great. So we have a, excuse me, interesting topic today. I'm going to get a little woo-woo on you. Let me turn my comments on. Tell me how you're doing today. Are you having a phenomenal week? I hope you are. It's early in the week. There's lots of time to create magic. Okay, so we are talking about your inner child and how sports activates your inner child. Makes total sense, doesn't it? Like nothing makes you feel younger than being at a sports game or being involved in sports. It's super, super activating. Now, I have to admit, in the past, I totally poo-pooed sports. I did not appreciate sports. I thought it was annoying, just a bunch of men running around chasing balls. That is so not true. And I forgive myself for that. And I hope you forgive me too. Because I know that's such bullshit. Like sports is life. Sports is, it is what makes us tick. Like it's what makes life fun. And there's nothing serious going on here. I say that to myself often. There is nothing serious going on here. Why? Because, oh my gosh, if we do not remind ourselves that we freaking came here to have fun, life gets too damn serious. And then we start calling in all of these serious things to happen in our lives to show us that life is serious. So the more that we tap into the quantum field of infinite possibility, and tap in there with a high vibration of joy and fun and tapping into our inner child, the more beautiful experiences we call into our lives. And one of the most amazing ways to do that is to be actively involved in sports. And this is why when we go to our kids' sports games and we're watching, when your kid scores or makes a really good play, how exciting is that? Think about that. The excitement. Go there right now. Feel the excitement that you experience when you see your kid do something amazing in any realm of life. It is so activating, isn't it? Feel it. Think about the last time your kid scored or made an amazing play, did something awesome, how your heart felt. It opens your heart wide open. It opens it up, doesn't it? And it actually causes this amazing release of oxytocin throughout our body. And oxytocin is a very healing, uplifting neurochemical. Kids experience oxytocin a lot more than we do because they allow themselves to experience oxytocin because they're in a different energetic space than us until we fucking squash it. And that is why we have to be careful when we're working with our kids, because we want our kids to be good, walk the straight line, get it done, right? But we're really pushing out of them their inner child. We're pushing them into adulthood too quickly oftentimes. And so if we can just drop back and do what they want to do, life is so much sweeter. Life is so much sweeter. Okay, and so what does it mean to tap into your inner child? Do you know what that means? So what it means is, okay, this is where I'm going to get quantum woo-woo on you for a minute. So I want to explain to you that we are, here we go. Are you ready? Put your galactic seatbelt on. We are constantly shifting in and out of different realities. Okay, this is quantum physics. Quantum physics teaches us that there is an infinite number of possibilities. And so if we are sitting right here in this realm of possibilities, that is colored by all of the bullshit that we carried with us from childhood, then your options are, imagine there's a bunch of dots around my hand. And so you are here and you had the option to move in and out of all of these different dots representing different realities. And so, but you're sitting in a specific vibrational space, a specific energetic space, because we are energy. We are energy. If we could only see all of the energies that are floating around, we would pass out. It would be so overwhelming. And so you're sitting here and it's colored by all the bullshit from your childhood. And so what we can do is we can actually go back into the quantum in our mind, because thoughts turn to things, thoughts become reality. This is science. If we can go back to those experiences and literally expunge them, rewrite them, and love ourselves as the child at that age that needed the empathy and space and love that they knowingly or unknowingly lacked from their parents, can heal that bullshit. And then instead of being just here with these possibilities, we can move up in the vibrational quantum. And then we have an even more beautiful realm of possibilities around us. And so how do we shift our lives? One of the most beautiful ways to shift our lives is to heal our inner child. And one of the most amazing ways to do that is tapping into the realm of sports, because sports are fun. We have so many emotional, energetic ties to sports as children because it's infused into our lives as children, isn't it? Especially if you're here now and sports is important to you, sports are important to you, and you enjoy sports, typically it's because it was ingrained in you, right? You grew up playing sports, watching sports. And so you tap into the inner child within you when you do something fun. And so something that I like to do is every day I ask my inner child, like, what do you want to do today? And this is not really a problem for me. I've got 3 kids. You probably have kids too. And I really try to stay in tune with what they're doing, because usually what they're doing is what I need to do at least part of the day. We get so serious and we get stuck in these like mundane habits that, you know, like doing the dishes and doing the laundry and going to work and driving to and from, that we forget that life is fun. We forget that life is about the inner child. Life is about the child within you. When are you having the most fun throughout the day? Think about that. When are you having the most fun? Is it when you're grinding and when you're working? Hell no. Or is it when you're doing something that you probably would have enjoyed as a child? Think about that. Why do you love sports? And a specific healing practice that you could consider, being that this is the sports world, is many people have inadvertent wounds connected to experiences as children in sports, where the coach may have said something to you that he didn't really think was a big deal. He or she didn't really think was a big deal, but you infused massive meaning into that, right? Because kids infuse meaning into everything. And we're all individuals, and they're thinking with their childlike brain, not this adult brain that we're offering from. And so sometimes the things we do can hurt their feelings, and they don't necessarily say anything. And you know what? It imprints upon them, and they carry it with them through adulthood. I heard a story about a guy who, I think I might have mentioned this before, who was in a game. It was a championship game, and the coach pulled him out, and he didn't want to come out. He was the star, whatever position he played. He was the best one on the team for that position. And this was a championship game, and it was the end of the game. and he didn't want to come out, but he didn't say anything. I mean, he was a 17-year-old boy. He wasn't going to say anything. You listen to your coach, right? You come out the game if the coach says you're on the bench, someone else is going in. Well, what ended up happening is the substitute that went in for him made a shot, missed the shot, and the championship was lost. And so this 17-year-old boy took that on within his own energetic field and carried that with him through adulthood. And as a 40-year-old man, was dealing with feelings of inadequacy and failure and feeling like he let the team down, and it affected his life. And so the beautiful thing is, this sounds so simple, but it can be simple. In order to heal a wound like that, or at least begin the healing process and release that and allow yourself to step into a different vibrational realm, a realm of even more possibility and more joy and more excitement, is you actually just go back and think about it. And you can do this as a meditation, or you can just do it sitting here thinking after this podcast. You can actually go back in time in your mind and picture that process happening differently in any way that you want it to happen differently. And when you do that, because thoughts are a form of reality, it is a different dimension. This is 3D, and that's like 5D or whatever D. It is a different dimension, but you are actually shifting your now moment when you do something like that. And so, for instance, he could go back and picture that he was never pulled out of the game, that he made the winning shot, and that they won the championship. And he can sit with that for a moment. And it really is about the feeling, the more feeling that you can evoke too. You can think of the picture. You can visualize it in your mind. You don't have to see an actual picture. It's just about intention. You can just think it in your mind. I stayed in the game. I was never pulled out of the game. Number 5, threw me the ball. I shot for a 3-pointer. And swoosh, nothing but net. We won the championship. And to just sit there in that for a moment and feel as if you won the championship. And even if you can't quite fully wrap your mind or your brain around that, you've still shifted something. You've still shifted something. Something else you can do is any experience in your life as a child, any traumatic experience, whether it's related to sports or not, you can go into your mind, go back into the quantum, and either, just like I did, picture that happening differently, or picture yourself in the now, taking that child at whatever age. So think of what age. For me, I had a lot of shit go down when I was 7. So I would do a lot of work with my 7-year-old inner child. And I go and I pick her up or take her by the hand and just remove her from the situation as if it never happened and talk to her. I am your mother, father, and your best friend. I will never let you down. I will fill every role that you need me to fill that was not adequately filled, knowingly or unknowingly, by those around you when you were little. You are mine now. I am yours now. We are enough. Oh, it seems so woo, but I'm telling you, this energy stuff is powerful. And the more that you do it, the more powerful and imprinting that it becomes, the more change that occurs. So I've been doing this woo-woo stuff for a while, and it's amazing the massive, drastic shifts I can see like that in my reality, because I have really trained my brain. We've talked about this. We're always making new neural connections, always making new neural bridges within our brain. And as we are constructing new, positive, exciting bridges that are based on joy and excitement and tapping into our inner child and making life fun, we're also actively deconstructing those that do not serve us. So you never need an excuse to watch a sports game. You never need an excuse to go to a sports game. Like, sports are amazing. Sports are healing. Sports are exciting. Sports bring out our inner child. It serves everyone around us. And know that as you are tapping into your inner child, you are giving your family, everyone around you, and your children permission to tap into their inner child. And really, the more often that we stay within that energy and that vibration and that joy of being a child, the more exciting life becomes. You will find as you are deeply, deeply intentional and consistent about like being a child at heart, stopping, putting the pen down and going outside and throwing the football with your little boy, or dancing with your little girl, or doing cartwheels, or going and swinging. The more you tap into these inner child behaviors, the more beautiful life will become. And wake up in the morning and set an intention. Today's going to be the most magical, fun day I've ever had. Say it and speak it to the universe. Say, I take my inner child with me today. It will change your life. I promise you. It seems so simple and so like out of this world, just silly, but it is amazing. It will change your life. I promise you. And so, right, who thought that sports could be inner child healing work? But it really is. And something else you could do is like, if you're at a sports game and you're really enjoying it, and this was a sport that you played as a child, what if you just pictured yourself out there on the field with all of them playing the game? What if you pictured yourself as the quarterback throwing the winning touchdown, or the receiver catching the winning touchdown? What does that do for your vibration? It's massive. It shifts you into a whole nother timeline that has a whole nother set of possibilities within it. But we can do the opposite. So keep that in mind. We're always manifesting. We're always creating a world around us. So be careful not to go down there, right? Stay in a higher vibration. Don't get lost in the fear and the questions of what's going on around you. And a great way to shift out of that is to go play with your kid and really be intentional. Be in the moment. Be in the moment. Look at the color of the football. Look around you. Look at the trees. Like, you know, count the sticks. Look at the blades of grass. Like, be really, really present in that second, in that moment, and intentional. And it will take you out of fear and it will take you out of suffering. And then you're calling in beautiful experiences that support that vibration, that support maintaining that vibration. And if you're ever down there, you're stuck down there, and you need to go into your imagination, that is the best way to pull yourself out of a tough spot. It sounds crazy, doesn't it? But it really is, because it shifts your vibration. And we have so many deep, foundational, amazing connections to sports. They've excited us all of our lives. That is a great way to shift your reality, to shift your moment, to shift your second, to shift your entire day, to shift your entire life. I'm telling you, this shit works. It is for real. This is quantum physics, baby. All right, so I'm going to the Children's Museum today. I'm so excited, taking the kids. This is what I do. I do a podcast. I have an affiliate high ticket offer. I get to make fun Facebook lives. Like, my life, I have shifted my life into a life of fun. The more fun I have, the more money I make. And that was a reality that I chose. And I did it through healing work, and I did it through tapping into my inner child. This is real. It's amazing. There's nothing different from me and you. Like, I am your mirror. What you see in me is absolutely within you. If you're ever interested in what I do, all you have to do is reach out to me. Monica Painter on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on all of the social medias. LinkedIn. I'm not on LinkedIn. I probably need to do that. Anyway, have an absolutely amazing day. Remember that you are unique. If you are inspired, there is a desire out there. So share your gifts with the world. Step out of fear. Just leap. Take imperfect action. Stop studying it. Stop trying to figure it out. Just take imperfect action and be led. God's source spirit will lead you if you just silence your mind a little bit and leap through the fear. The universe loves boldness. The universe loves to see you take chances and step out of your comfort zone. The universe rewards it with exciting, magical experiences. Have a wonderful day. I love you so much. You are amazing. You have a unique frequency that no one else has. So freaking share it with the world. Now is the time. I love you so much.